Collector boosters of Final Fantasy Magic the Gathering are skyrocketing. Here's what you need to know in a quick video about these ridiculous prices. Boxes now at $1,169. Nice. Here's everything you need to know. I'm the Nerdy Attorney. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. It really helps a small channel like me out as I continue to talk about Magic the Gathering to give you the latest details about the best sets releasing. Let's jump into it. So first and foremost, $1,100 is crazy. We're almost at $1,200 here, and here are the listings. There are only 219 available at this point out of 105 current sellers, so still very much a rare product. We see here, this price point is selling. I can't believe it. Even looking at these numbers here, as of today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down. Look at this, continuous sales. Over 10 sales at this $1,100 to $1,200 price point. Right here, this is $1,200 plus shipping and tax. That's almost a $1,400 box, and people are buying it happily. So what does this mean about the Final Fantasy market? We knew the prices were going to skyrocket. I don't think anybody thought it was going to happen this quickly. If you look at Lord of the Rings, the most important part about Lord of the Rings was when the second special edition set came out, the initial reaction was twofold. One, why am I going to buy a reprint of a set that just came out? I already have my One Ring. I already have my Orcish Bowmasters. And then people saw the posters. They saw how gorgeous they were. And slowly the demand rose. For weeks and months after that set released, people were still only paying $150 for the borderless poster One Ring. It took the supply to completely dry up for it to skyrocket. Now that's created a new price paradigm in Magic the Gathering collectors' brains of what these boxes are worth, especially when a serialized card is included. That means we know they're not going to reprint at least this exact product. So looking at the availability of collector boosters, you can't find them anywhere. Online is your only source. And the interesting thing is, unlike the beautiful arts from Lord of the Rings, here the only unique thing is the Chocobo or the Surge Foil. So let's check the Surge Foil pricing here as well. Here's the full Surge Foil page. Obviously, we see the giant hits of the set getting the most affected with this price impact. $726 for Sephiroth borderless Surge Foil. Y'shtola Catgirl going for $799. Cloud X Soldier, of course, the Commander version with the borderless Surge Foil at $620. Here's the crazy part. Again, these prices are sustained. Look how many sold with a 6 or a 7 in front of it in the 3-figure category. I mean, this is an incredible set with incredible price euphoria. If this isn't a euphoric market, I don't know what is. So what does that mean? Is it ever going to collapse back down? Is there a chance to buy? Or has this boat fully shifted? Well, the Nerdy Attorney here is going to say to you, obviously not financial advice, not that that matters, by the way. Here's a quick aside. Every financial advice disclaimer I've heard from YouTubers is silly to me. This is not a regulated market. This is not financial advice as if you're buying a stock that you needed to be certified for. We know those things require federal regulation. Here, there's no regulation. This is cardboard. It's not financial advice. It never is. How could it be? This is little pieces of shiny cardboard that for some reason is garnering tons of value and support in the market. Now, looking even further, we see Terra, Surge Foil. These are the top hits right here. Yuna, again, the cute girls seem to win, and then the angsty Clouds also at the top because, well, first off, a very useful card, but second, an incredibly popular character in Final Fantasy. We keep going down. This I find to be very interesting as well. People have commented on the Surge Foil boost at this point because they're the only exclusive card in the sets for collector boosters. But what about the Final Fantasy Secret Lair? Continuing with Surge Foils, looking at some cards that when I was cracking packs, even going to my channel, like the Wandering Minstrel. You can see my first or second box opening, I'm not sure which one, I pulled the Wandering Minstrel and the borderless Surge Foil and said, what a waste of a Surge Foil slot. Why couldn't I have gotten a Cloud? Why couldn't I have gotten a Sephiroth? It was a cheap card. It was down to $15. Look at it now. Skyrocketing up to, that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if that's still available, we can try and grab it real quick. But skyrocketing to $74.69. It's just unreal, especially when looking at the price data. Average of 9 sold per day. One of them did sell for $19. That must be somebody who has not followed the market and is following their store's guidelines. Their boss is going to be furious. But looking at these prices, we see people have paid almost $120, $150 for this card out of control. A card that just a few days ago was $15. This kind of price fluctuation is unprecedented. It's very hard to track. When trying to determine when you should enter into a card market like this, I don't know what prices like this tell you. First off, it looks like they might not stop going up. If the collector booster box keeps rising at this meteoric rate, of course, the exclusive cards within those boxes are going to continue to rise. So that means when looking at this set and these cards, which are the true chases, I think it's the surge foils. Now, we have seen also some price fluctuation within the market of just the regular borderless foils. I think that's a red herring. I think that is not a realistic price point for these cards. When looking at, say, Cloud, Midgard, Mercenary, we're up to $107 for a foil version of that. The regular version, we're looking at $80, $70. At that price range, I think it's crazy. We can still buy play booster boxes for around $200 or less. When you can buy the play booster boxes where these very cards can be included, even in the foil version, when you can buy these cards in play booster boxes in the borderless foil treatment, why are we paying inflated prices as if it's from the collector box? Now, to be fair, this is 1/10 of the cost of the surge foil. So perhaps I'm being a bit hyperbolic here, but I do still think the price on these cards is incredible. I mean, look at this rare Aerith. There's tons of Aerith cards everywhere in this set, and yet just because this is the surge foil treatment, we're looking at a $40 price point with a market price of $189, some selling at $200. It's interesting to see the Japanese prices are still so low, $40, $120. This is from Japanese collector boosters, which a lot of people are turning to just as a way to open the set. Actually, that's a very interesting point. Let's look at those prices. All right, so we're looking at the collector booster display boxes here. We still see the prices incredibly high. Then we go to the Japanese set boxes. Here we have the Japanese collector booster display at only $700. A lot of people are turning to this product as a chance to try and open some of these rare cards. You can still get the chocobos within here. All the benefits of the original English collector booster box exist within this one. However, they do not include serialized cards. That is the most important part. So these products could be reprinted, and that means any of the surge foils you pull from this box, while cool, while exciting, well, one, will be in Japanese for completely new mechanics, so people don't know these cards. It's not like Counterspell, where you plop down a Counterspell with recognizable art in Japanese. Everybody knows what it does. But when you have a brand new Cloud card that almost nobody can say off the top of their head what it does at this point in its history, no one's going to want the Japanese version. I would say even some specialized Lord of the Rings cards are just getting to that point. We now know what the One Ring does, right? We understand that it protects you, not your board, for one turn. You pay one when you're playing Arena, or you tap it for free when you're playing in person, and you get to draw a card for how many bird encounters are on that card. That's just off the top of the head. We know that. So a Japanese version of that One Ring card in Borderless Poster, if such a thing existed, might still have really exciting value on the market. Something like this with the new cards during this euphoric period of time, it's not going to carry that same value. So looking at this set in totality, trying to understand where we are in the price history of this product, I would say there's going to be some adjustment in singles. There's going to be some adjustment in other collector products that are not English. But with these English collector boxes, I do not think the price is ever going to come down. It just can't. People are too excited. They're paying too much for this product, and there's just not enough. It is the highest selling Magic the Gathering set in history. You can't find them on the shelves, which means the only place you're going to turn to is the secondary market on TCG or eBay. eBay, the prices are even higher. If you look at some of the collector boosters from eBay, the Final Fantasy collector booster boxes, we have one for $1,249 with free delivery, so that does help, but you're still paying tax on that number, $1,299. Look at this. Somebody has 12 packs. It appears the box is already opened. No, it's still sealed. That is a sealed pack for $1,050 or best offer with 3 available, 2 sold. That's the best price we have right now. I wonder how low these have been accepted for. Let's check in a more advanced search the sales for this. Going to sold items, search. We have the Omega packs being the most commonly sold. Again, it makes sense. In the price point that people are looking to spend for this product, spending $80 per pack or best offer, or getting one collector with 4 play boosters for $120, much more in the low price range. Now, we see $1,020 sold just today for a full collector booster box, $1,050, buy it now with $10 of shipping sold today. So these prices are holding. Incredibly, somebody sold a Japanese booster for $749. It doesn't indicate a best offer was taken, so this sold for almost $100 more than the TCG prices we were just looking at. Again, this is a crazy market. Nobody really knows where to aim. Some people just want to make a sale. Look, $1,100 best offer accepted. Unfortunately, we can't tell what that offer was, but one can wonder, was it below the 4-figure range? Same here, $1,150 sold. This is just crazy. Now, this is going to create ripple effects in the Magic the Gathering market for years to come. This is where I want to finish my thoughts today on this quick video about a ridiculous boost in prices for this product. I think this is going to continue to set a new level for collector boosters with big existing IP audiences. We all like to say it's the Fortnite-ification of Magic the Gathering, but my case to you is that it's not just that. What we're doing is taking IP that people have generational love for and slapping it onto one of the best card games ever made. The impact of that cannot be understated. This is not just some cash grab like people like to categorize it as. We're making unique mechanics for unique characters that people have a long history with. Imagine your favorite property. What is it? God of War. Is it Star Wars, which would never happen because Lorcana exists? Imagine your favorite property that you have enjoyed over a lifetime, and now it pulls you into one of the most addictive and fun card games ever created. Of course, it's going to be a huge success, but it's not just Wizards of the Coast taking money from its customers without giving anything in return. It's creating a new environment for people who never got to enjoy this game and giving them an opportunity to step into the waters, pull a crazy chocobo in their first collector pack they've ever opened, have that excitement of being part of a game that actually has a legacy, that has incredible money within it, almost like it's a sport. If you look at classic Magic the Gathering cards, old school decks, or advanced high-powered commander decks that are worth $10,000, $15,000, $30,000. This is a serious thing for people. And now you can take your favorite characters ever and just slap it into one of your decks. I, for one, think it's incredible. I know people only want to see Elspeth. They only want to see Urza and Mishra battling it out. They only want to see the characters they've come to know and love, like Elish Norn, Atraxa. They want to be around the Magic IP. You will always have it. Make a new format with your friends. Make it where you can't have universes beyond. There is room for every kind of player in Magic, in my opinion. And I think this price point, these sales, the incredible excitement around a product where people actually care about the characters on the card shows this is more than just a game to people. For the real diehards, the people who grew up opening these cards, believing that they were going to go to Dominaria again, or that Tarkir was not going to be just a flash in the pan like it appears to have been, but actually spending time on these planes, do it. These are incredible large sets. You can do that yourself, create limited formats with your friends, let everybody play the game they want to. There's no reason why this should cheapen your experience, especially when what it does is validates this game, creates excitement around this game. And once again, we're allowing people to make careers around Magic the Gathering. Tournaments are back. We now have Pro Tours again. This changes the entire dynamic for Magic, and I, for one, submit to you, the jury here on the Nerdy Attorneys channel, that I'm trying to make a thing. Please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think about these hot takes. But I really believe this is a positive for the game. It's a positive for any format. And as long as the cards are built with design in mind, like this clearly was, I think we're going to be just fine. So make sure you join the Nerdy Attorneys jury. I'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below. And we'll keep monitoring the situation to see if the price points ever level out, or we'll know for sure if this boat has fully sailed and our opportunity to buy this set at a reasonable price is gone. Well, thanks again for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. And hey, if you want to see something cool, check out this video right here. I think you'll like it. It's my box opening, and that was back when it was $750 a box, and I got it for a little less. So let me know what you think with this new time capsule of a video just from 2 weeks ago. Until then, court is adjourned.